And I'm Dylan Black. You know, this is Daytime Ottawa on Rogers TV. Welcome. It's a packed show, tons of fun, festive fun, and treats for the whole family. That sounds good. We've got all the details right now with Nik Manojlovich with the weekend at the Cottage. Hello, sir.
Thank you, Dylan. Hello, Ottawa.
Wonderful to have you back in the program.
Thank you.
Weekend at the Cottage, for those who don't know all about it.
Online destination, incredible food and drink recipes. We share ideas about entertaining, everything you need to know on how to present wonderful things for people to enjoy.
Everything you need to know for the holidays.
For sure, absolutely.
Look at this spread, Nik.
Yeah, thank you.
Whew.
Yeah, I did. I made this all for you.
Yeah, you did. Thanks.
Truly, say
That's
that to
awesome.
every time.
Made it this morning too.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
That's impressive.
Exactly.
So, where would you like to begin? Because yummy cookies, perhaps.
You're going to get your little taste test in a second, but let's start this side.
Okay, what's happening over there?
This is a nod to retro desserts, and what I wanted to do is present a number of different baked goods you can make, pull together at home or at the cottage, involve kids, involve relatives, however you want to do it, to create really beautiful sweet treats for people.
Okay.
Number one is a nod to retro desserts. This a recipe from the 1960s. We're talking about 3 ingredients to create these beautiful little strawberries made with Jell-O, coconut, and condensed milk. So not something that you normally see. We're going to finish the recipe with a little bit of green royal icing, and yes, it looks like a strawberry. People love that kind of nod to vintage when you're baking. I think this is really fun.
But how close to a strawberry does it actually taste?
It does. Do you want to try one?
Yes.
Do you notice that I'm taking this little beautiful dish?
Okay. Is it a one bite kind of deal?
No, you might. Yeah, go ahead, because I'm going to start talking. I'm taking this beautiful dish outside from this wreath. So how's the cookie?
Yummy.
Pretty good? Yeah, yummy. So here, this is just a quick little decor suggestion. A gorgeous wreath from Circle Home and Design. This is fabulous. What I love about it is that instead of going on a door, place it on a buffet as a decor enhancement, and then when your guests leave, put it back on the door and so forth. I think it's a really nice look.
That's good. That's called 2 birds with 1 stone, correct?
Yes, 2 birds with 1 stone. How's the cookie? You still enjoying it?
Yes.
Shall we move on?
Yes. What's next, Nik?
Next is a trompe l'oeil, a trick with the eyes, and we're talking about a chocolate salami. So this is actually, there's not a stitch of meat in sight. You're going to try? Come on,
Well, I suppose I should.
Dylan's going to get on this little sugar rush.
So hold on, chocolate salami.
Yeah. So this, the whole trick is, it is chocolate with nuts. We're rolling it in a little bit of icing sugar, and then it looks like a salami. And when you cut it, it does as well, but there's no meat in sight. It's a beautiful, wonderful dessert that people love.
So there's a bit of spice to that as well?
A little bit, a tiny bit of cinnamon and clove in there. But for spice, we've got to look to these wonderful cookies, and there's nothing better than a classic gingerbread recipe. You know, we're talking about molasses. We're using a beautiful dark brown sugar, cutting them into shapes, and then it's all about the royal icing. This recipe is from, not from our website, this is from redpathsugar.com, and I wanted a really great recipe. This always works. The only thing is at the end, I'm going to try to see, I don't have my glasses on, but I could, you have this wonderful, they have a wonderful recipe there for royal icing, and you can see I'm using Ziploc bags that we then fill with colored icing, and you can decorate this. This is great with kids.
And that's very traditional. I mean, gingerbread men.
Very traditional. Yeah, and because of the dark brown sugar and molasses, it's that classic flavor profile. I love the look of it. I love working with it. It's a great recipe.
Okay, so this to me isn't as classic. Now it's called the upside down Quince.
Upside right,
gingerbread cake.
Here comes a big reveal.
Just
upside down gingerbread cake. And what this is quince is very similar to pear or apple. We caramelize the quince with a beautiful golden yellow sugar, and then we're going to add that kind of gingerbread cake. It is very dense. It is really fragrant. Most important, it is absolutely it's fantastic. Like it's just, and look at the size of it. I mean, I think, and you know, it's not, you're not going to serve like that. We're doing just a little tiny bit. You serve it with whipped cream, and you have a gorgeous dessert for the holidays.
What's the preparation time on that?
This is exactly 50 minutes to bake. It takes me about maybe 10 minutes to pull it together. It's really fantastic.
Fantastic. And I can see that some of your cookies, some of your ideas are packaged up.
Correct. So it's not just about, enjoying it when you're at my home. I want to send it home with you at the end of our get together. So you'll see a couple of different references. One is that black and red box. They call it the Kenora dinner jacket. I don't know why, but that look is really wonderful, filled with Nanaimo cookies, Nanaimo thumbprints, again from redpathsugar.com. I have these beautiful little window boxes filled with the salami, and then send someone home with an entire jar of fabulous cookies.
A jar of fabulous cookies.
He opens it. Are you kidding me? He's going to go for it.
I'm not going to eat it right now because I am quite full, but I mean, this is amazing.
It's quite fantastic. Don't put it back in there.
No, I won't. That'd be wrong. But that's a great gift, right? Because, I mean, it comes from the heart.
Comes from the heart, and just make sure, if I was sending that home to you, I'd say, Dylan, to enjoy the cookie jar, but don't bring it back to me filled. How sometimes you send Tupperware home and people send it back? Don't do it.
I don't think that I would send this back to you filled at all. That would be finished within half an hour.
But hopefully you'd make more cookies.
Maybe.
After this inspiration, who wouldn't?
With all this cooking, though, I mean, could you imagine having a bad Christmas, bad holiday season with this kind of, because these are really traditional, it's just going to light up the room if you bring this in.
And it's this time of year, right? Our home should be filled with these wonderful fragrances, sweet smelling, spicy. Things are baking. We're hanging out by a fireplace. We're drinking cocktails, more lively libations. I think this is the perfect time for this type of endeavor, for sure.
Now, your website, weekend@thecottage.com, not just desserts, not just holiday treats on there. There's all kinds of recipes.
We got it all. We got it all, yeah. A couple things in particular this year. We have an incredible recipe for salt brine turkey. We have fantastic ideas for the holiday recipes. Check us out. Make the recipes, enjoy.
I also notice as well, if you sign up to the newsletter at your website, you will get recipes right to your inbox.
Correct. Yeah.
Wow. That makes things pretty darn easy.
I hope so. Knock on wood. I think it does, actually.
Okay, all right. You got big plans for the holiday season?
A lot of this.
Yeah.
I'm going to be making a lot of great food and hanging out with the people that are important to me, for sure.
That's great. Nick, thank you very much
Thank
for
you,
being
Dylan.
here today.
Thank you, Ottawa.
I hardly ate enough. But, okay.
There you go.
Thank you very much, Nick. Weekend@thecottage.com. I'm Dylan Black, and we have much more daytime coming up in moments. Of course, you're watching Rogers TV on Cable 22.